for everything else, we're very delighted that we've come to this part of the evening and want to really get into this so you can also start your networking. But it's my great honour to now introduce the Honourable Aiyaz Sayed-Khaiyum, Attorney-General, Minister for Economy and Minister responsible for climate change.
Welcome to this Blue Climate event, an opportunity for us to highlight and think critically about the intrinsic link between oceans and our changing climate. I'd like to begin to congratulate all of you for the success of our CAP event in the past few days. In particular, I'd like to re-echo the sentiments of the Honourable Prime Minister in thanking John and his team for the wonderful work that they put together for us in the program and indeed the logistics. It's of course been a privilege to work with our partners in the Pacific over the past 2 days, and we've certainly set the tone for the Talanoa dialogue that will soon be taking place all around the world. The blue emphasis of tonight's event is, of course, the ocean. This is not an audience that needs any lesson on how important the ocean is for our livelihoods in the Pacific. The ocean is the very lifeblood of our people, and it also plays a critical role in regulating our climate. And as our region is under siege from worsening climate impacts, we need to be especially conscious of the relationship between climate change and our oceans, along with the life that the ocean sustains. Fiji has been in a unique position to affect global change on these overlapping issues. We've led the world in the campaign for oceans preservation, and as co-chair of the first ever UN conference on oceans in June of last year. We are currently serving as president of COP23. Of course, our former permanent rep to UN is very heavily involved in it, Ambassador Peter Thompson. At the COP23 negotiations in Bonn, Germany, we launched the Ocean Pathway, a two-track strategy that supports the goals of the Paris Agreement and that is designed to increase action in areas that impact and that are impacted upon by oceans and climate change. Tonight, we are making two major announcements. The first is the launch of the Blue Pledge, a private sector-led partnership championed by Fiji's own Justin and Leanne Hunter and J. Hunter Pearls. I'd also like to acknowledge the CEO of Paspali Pearling Company, Peter Brachet, who is here tonight as well from Australia. The Blue Pledge brings together players in the pearl market to recognize sustainable practices in the industry and acknowledge those companies who reinvest back in the pearl farming communities they work with. It ultimately supports a model of sustainability and one that we hope other industries will take note of and indeed emulate. We're also officially launching the Pacific Islands Transport Forum, an event we're co-hosting back here in Suva this November in partnership with the Marshall Islands and the University of the South Pacific. There, the effort to decarbonize Pacific transport will take center stage as we showcase the latest in science and technology in the transport sector and establish clear national pathways for countries under a regional transportation framework. Both of these announcements fall under the ambit of the Ocean Pathway. I'd like to thank everyone involved in launching the Blue Pledge and for committing to support of the Pacific Islands Transport Forum. Again, congratulations on the success of the CAP, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, conference, and thank you for standing with us in these critical campaigns, both to preserve our oceans and address the urgent threat that climate change poses to all of us. Of course, it's been long 2 days, but I'm sure the other two speakers will be a lot more succinct, but they'll also be presenting some very important news to you. I'd like to thank you all of you once again for your participation. I'd like to also publicly also thank Tahalo Kami, who's been leading this Ocean Pathway campaign we launched in Bonn of Germany last year, and Tahalo has been really the person behind the scenes in bringing the Ocean Pathway into the mainstream of the climate change discourse. And I wish you a good evening. Thank you.